We are underway from Houston. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. The Texans at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Solomon, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Even though each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
45. White.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
17. Ready. Red 38. Jack rack. Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Hearns. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return. Yards. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Hey, check back 6, back 6. Hey, I'm coming.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
and what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Red. 60 red.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
45. Right.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. On third down, Solomon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for... Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of there, picking up the first down.
Here we go. 10 black.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Like six.
Set cut.
They'll look to throw here.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Texans will with a 1st and 10.
Okay, right.
Back six. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Cut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd and 11. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they need. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. couldn't get away. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Solomon, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Hearns brings it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. On first down, Solomon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they...
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Solomon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Up the middle they go. Solomon. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Solomon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another... Third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready, break.
5-6. Know your job. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Solomon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go. 45. White.
Squeeze, double, double. Mike 6. Mike 6. Come on,
Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, Solomon. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, Solomon.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be...
Here we go. Red 38.
Pick your game up. Mike 15.
Cut, go.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Houston, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so.